Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a storytime video, and pretty much the storytime is about me and my friend Lauren going on a paranormal investigation in Midland Town Hall on Saturday night. So pretty much I've always been interested in doing some sort of like paranormal investigation because I am addicted to watching Ghost Hunters, International, America, whatever, like any show that has that associated with it, I will watch it, and I've been watching them since I was 11 or 12. I've always wanted to just like find out for myself, do ghosts really exist? Like I've always believed that ghosts are real, but like, you know, because everyone else around you is like, oh, yeah, I don't believe in ghosts, like, no. You just kind of feel like skeptical about, do they exist or do they not? So I'm always intrigued whenever my friend tells me a ghost story, or like I watch an episode of Ghost Hunter, like I will literally tell my whole family about it or my friends and like tell them because I'm so interested in it. So yeah, I've always been interested in them, and I want to see a ghost. I want to go on an investigation. Like that's what I really want to do, and I wanted to actually become a ghost hunter when I grew up. And I still do. Like I've actually looked into it, and I can when I'm 18. One time I was just like talking to my friends about Ghost Hunters, the show, and then I was like, I really want to go on one of those like ghost investigations. My friend was like, oh, me too. So we were looking into it. This investigation, which is by Shanks Pony Tours, and it is the Midland Town Hall, and I was like, oh my god, like I have to do this. It's like that is exactly what I want to do. It's a 4-hour workshop that you do from 8 to 12 p.m. and you get to use all the equipment, EVPs, EMF, spirit boxes, the whole thing. Like it was so cool when I found out about it. So me and my friend were like, yes. So we try to ask people, like our friends to go, but it's a bit extensive, so no one could either like half it with their parents or like they couldn't go or like stuff like that. So then we went, and it was meant to be a group of us, but me and my friend, originally we were the only ones that could go or like could pay for it, but hopefully next time, because I want to go again, more people come with us after we tell them what happened. Getting into what actually went on in the night, I'm going to show you a clip now of us arriving there. Yeah, so
get it.
Okay, so we're here. We're like at Midland Town Hall. We're going ghost hunting. Yeah, it's really scary.
I'm just like, I didn't know the lights are gonna be off when we do. Are you sure?
Yes, like that's how you go ghost hunting.
Maybe we should go in through this way and then just
Are you sure? That looks a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll update you. Like, okay, we have this scary.
Oh my god.
But anyway, it's
nothing. No, I'm really fine.
Yeah, but I'll just have like videos on the phone. We can do the No, they're 69. Yes,
Where did you get that?
I told us the front cover of the page. Okay, anyways, bye. Okay, bye. So yeah, after those 2 clips, I wasn't scared. I was getting really excited and just ready to, you know, go ahead and investigate. And then the lady, who's actually, her name is also Michelle, she got touched. We were just waiting for the thing to start, like we're still waiting for people to come, and she got touched, and I was like, whoa, like things are already happening. So then everyone comes and we go upstairs to talk about what's going on in the night, like just like details. While we were talking, it was like 4 people in orange vests, which is like the leaders, and those people can like sense things, like they can either see ghosts or sense them or hear them, or they have a 6th sense, which I kind of want, but I don't want at the same time. The same lady who has the same name as me, I was like sitting at, so this is like the table, she's sitting there, I'm sitting there, and there's like a door to like where we're actually meant to be going, like behind me, like to the left of me, and she's like looking, and there's like actually one of the leaders were like next to me, and she like looked over there and was like, and then said to the lady who's sitting next to me, she's like, I just saw something walk past the door. Or like she said something like walk past. It could have been because there was cameras. The camera setup was the monitors were like, sorry, I have like a hair fire in my head. There was the monitors, like the screen of all the cameras were there as well, so she could have said she saw something walk past that. Later on, she looked like she was like listening to someone, like she was just kind of like this, and then she quickly turned behind her, and there's like nothing behind, like literally nothing, and then she just like kept on listening, and then she looked to the lady across, who was also one of the leaders, and she has really strong senses, and the lady could actually see what was behind her, and got the name, got the age, and it was a little girl speaking, trying to find her lost dog. Then we get to just being shown around and getting told the history of the hole. And I was like just like really excited. Like we went to the first room, they told us like, oh, there's little kids in here sometimes, and one of the ladies is one of the council members, so when she goes in to one of the meetings, she can actually see kids untying shoelaces of the other council members, but when she's meant to be serious, so they don't know, they can't see, but she can, and she laughs. So then we go into the next room and we're like going getting shown around. We go into this hallway, and the stairs in that hallway going downstairs, this lady had been killed by her own husband, and she told us a story about someone from West Coast Paranormal got possessed, and I was like so scared after that. Not scared, but I just did not want to go down the stairs. I was just worried in case I would get possessed, like something would happen. And at the same time she was telling us that story, my friend Lauren, like she said she got poked by something, and I was like, she's like, oh, something just poked me. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't touch you. Like, and the person beside her was like not close enough to her to poke her, and I don't know why they would poke her anyways. Like she felt like a full-on like poke. So I was like, what? And at the same time, like, well, I didn't even notice, but later on I realized the leader of my group with, like, so me, my friend Lauren, and this other couple, she got confronted by a ghost and it tried to get onto her. So later on in the night she didn't want to go up the stairs to the top floor because she had something trying to get onto us. It was like really interesting, and we were going into the one room and it was really stuffy. Like me and Lauren could not breathe. Like I was like, oh my god, it's so stuffy in here. And she told some really cool stories, how like the lady who used to be the minutes thing or whatever, she told them that the new minutes person is rubbish because you can't do shorthand, and it was really funny. Yeah, so we go into this other room, and this room kind of worried me because a lady got raped multiple times in there, and she told us that the night before, Friday night, a man got pushed in that room because the ghost in there doesn't like the presence of men, so he got pushed and he tripped over nothing. Like thinking about being in places where people were killed or people were raped, it was just like really uncomfortable. And in some of the rooms I felt ill, and so did my friend. Like she felt like really uneasy with her, like her heart started beating fast, and my stomach just started hurting all the time. So then we go up to the tower, and they always tell us hold on to the railings because sometimes the kids find it funny to push you. So I was really like, okay, holding on to the railing because I did not want to fall. Okay, so at the tower when we went up there, she showed us a picture later on that was taken in the tower, and there was this like full figure man reading the newspaper. He did not look like a human. Like he was a human, but he did not look like a real person. In the tower she just told us that sometimes you feel like really like this, and I like felt that, like, but very very little because a man hung himself in there. So then we went back down, and at this time the lights were not all off, like, but when the lights were off it was not pitch black because so we went downstairs and we walked past the stairs, which like scared me, so I was like really like, ooh. Went downstairs to this room where kids are known to be in, and there's a bunch of toys in that room, plus books, chocolate, sweet, to get the kids to play with you. And so we sat in a circle around, and she was telling us like sometimes a kid, like if you tell them to move the ball, like sometimes they do it, or like we have these EMFs which detect like magnetic fields. I think there's one that the kids like because it makes a beeping sound when they go close to it. So we had like 3 of them around, and it was like cool because sometimes she'll tell them to go away, and like 2 of them would go away and then 1 of them would still be beeping because they're not listening to her. But it was funny. And then while we were talking, and she was like, oh yeah, sometimes the books will move, and one of the pages like moved. There was no draft in that room. I was wearing shorts, so like I could feel a drop. There was no wind in that room that could have moved that book. The pages like moved, so I was like, whoa. And we went into, I think it was like the bathroom. So this bathroom, the chair moves around when they had this other is actual like paranormal investigators, like actual professional people, and the chair like moved when they were in there. And then we went in the other room, and some kids are known to be in there, and yeah, so. Oh, we couldn't go on the stage because there was actually like people performing that night, so they finished at 10. That's the time when we started because we had to wait. So we went upstairs to where the food was, and it was the kitchen. So she was just showing us where the food was, what kind of food there was, and water and all that stuff. And while she was explaining this, I felt a tingling sensation in my left lower leg, and it was the weirdest thing I've ever felt in my life. It was not pins and needles because then I wouldn't be able to walk, but it was like tingling. And I like look at my friend and I'm like, oh my god, my leg is tingling. Like I was actually freaked out. This other lady like kind of gives me a look, and because she can tell like I felt something. And then 2 seconds later, and that lady like moved up a bit, and then the leader is like right here. She's like turns around and she's like, did you just touch my mum? She's like, nah, I did not, like, but I felt a breeze walk by. So then I was here and they were there, so it was like, it would have been like someone walked by and then went over there. Yeah, and then after that, we go back into the part where we started, and that's where we just like meant to go in our groups and talk about where we wanted to go next. First, while we were waiting, I asked the leader of my group, I was like, in the kitchen, I felt a tingling feeling in my leg, my like lower leg. Like, does that mean anything, or was it just like me? Like, and she said, well, it's known in that room that sometimes a man with a cane and he has bad knees to walk around, and sometimes people feel that in their leg, like a tingling their leg, because it's like he has bad knees. So she's like, yeah, that's an experience. Like, and I was like, whoa, like, that's cool. Oh, my battery's running out. I'm gonna have to change to my other camera. Okay, the quality and everything else is gonna change in 2 seconds. Okay, so my eyebrows, because I'm sorry, I have no makeup on and my hair's in a bun because this is a story time video, and I feel like it should be like this, but also because I just didn't want to put makeup on. So we go downstairs to the stage area, and this time all the lights are off. It's not pitch black, but apart from like sometimes you can have a flashlight on. We know an EMF so we can like see if there's actually any activity in the room. Also, I'm just gonna insert some pictures now. This is the tower area, and this is where the kids were, so this is all the toys and stuff. Okay, so we walk in and we go behind the stage area. I'll probably try and insert a picture because I think my friend took a photo of the stage, I'm not too sure. So we go behind and we go into the men's toilet, and in that room it's known to have like a photo bomber. When they took the selfie one, how like this figure was like standing behind them. We tried to take some photos in there. I didn't get anything mysterious in mine, but friend Lauren, she got a couple figures in hers. So then we finished taking photos and we went out of the bathroom and went into this area, which was like, so this is the stage, and this is like bathrooms, and this is like another area, and there's like the bathrooms, so like stage, no, the bathrooms are here, and there's like little area, so I went back. This one man was with us and he had like really sensitive senses, so he could see the ghost's full body, face, everything, and he could feel their pain they went through. And in the female toilet, an 11-year-old got raped. I felt really bad for him because I couldn't see anything, but he could, and he wasn't used to it. So that kind of scared me and my friend as well, because he was just like uncomfortable and distressed when he came out of that toilet. We were in the area and like nothing was around, so we walk around, and in this little area it's known to have this man that actually swears at you. And the couple that was in like our group, they said that the man told them to F off really loudly. They didn't use an EVP, they didn't use a spirit box. It was like someone yelled at them, F off. So they ran out. This was in September. And also like he calls your name. I was kind of like interested in hearing it, but also kind of scared to hear it. And so we walked there and nothing happened, and we went on the stage. Our leader was like, try and look up. We're looking up. My friend Lauren sees something, a black figure walk by the door. I didn't see it. I was looking at the same time, but I didn't see it. And then a few seconds after that, then a group walked by, but it wasn't them, because when they walked by you could actually see them. So we're like looking up, and then we hear like a tap, and I'm like, and someone says, did anyone hear a tap? And I'm like, I heard a tap too. And then we go to like that little area outside the bathrooms and like kind of like stand there. Whoever did that, can you like do it again, do like this? And then when we were just standing there, we heard another tap, and it was coming from the toilets, and we didn't know if it was like the female toilets or the male toilets. We already went in the male toilet, so we went into the female toilets, and that's where the little girl got raped. We had a man with a spirit box on, like he was listening to it, and we're asking her questions, and we couldn't hear anything. And then another group came and they went in, and this lady is very familiar with the ghost that's in there, and she was like, Lucy Goosey, we just want to talk to you and stuff like that. So she sat in front of the toilet door, and that's usually where she is, like she's in like the toilet. She kind of just like sat out there, and she got touched, like because she went like this, she was like, because like she touched her hand. Then my friend Lauren put the spirit boxing on and was listening to it. She heard like a male voice. She heard like help me from the little girl. So it was kind of like scary, because I'm like, what's going on? While that lady was sitting in front of the door, she heard like shuffling in the toilets, like she could hear it. Nothing else happened, but then one of the ladies, she felt a burning sensation on her arm, and they were going to check it later on to see if it was a scratch, because when a ghost scratches you, it feels like a burn. It feels really hot, and then it like goes away, and then you come across the bar. So they wanted to check on it later, but she wasn't in my group, so we wouldn't know if she got scratched. And then we wanted to go to the other toilet. So we said, oh, we're gonna go to the other toilet, and then it said like don't. Like my friend Lauren heard don't in the spirit box, and then it's like don't go. So later on we left. We went to the other toilets, and this, like, I had the spirit box on now, and I was listening to what was being said, and that the first thing I heard was you, like really loud. And so did my friend Lauren. Like when she was in the door of the toilet, she heard you. And then it was really hard to hear when you have it on because it was really loud, like the spirit box, because we couldn't put the volume down. I couldn't hear like stuff. It wasn't very clear. I could hear something, but I wouldn't be able to know. But it was a male voice. And then so one of the leaders then puts it on, and we had like 2 leaders with us. So then the other one is asking questions. And then later on, there's like a growl, like a grrr, but better than that, but it was a growl. I just thought it was someone's stomach. This one man, like his stomach would always be growling, but it wasn't. It was a growl, and it like other people heard it. And I'm like, when the lady with the spirit box on, she can't hear anything. She can't hear what we're saying. And she says game, and then the other leader's like, oh, so you want to play a game? And she gets touched, like, so her like leg, so she gets touched like right here, and it's like very uncomfortable. She said she feels violated after that. But then we heard like a moan, and this is a toilet where a photo was taken, so like the photo bomber toilet, and then I heard like a and it was very loud, like it sounded like a human was breathing. And then I'm like, oh, probably it was like, so like this is like the sink, it's me, Lauren, and this other lady next to the door. And then one of the leaders was like to the lady who was next to my friend, was like, she asked her, did you just breathe heavily, like a and then she's like, no. And then Lauren heard it as well, but heard it from a different angle. So even though she was right beside her, she thought it was the other leader sitting on the floor, like listening to the spirit box, and it wasn't. I was like, what? Like I actually thought it was her, and it wasn't her. So I was like, whoa. And then we leave the toilet, and we're on the stage, and nothing, I don't think anything else happens, but we went like around the stage, and like I was just like standing there, like I felt like this cold breeze like walk by my leg. This other lady, the leader was like, she felt a cold breeze and then turned around, so like what? And then I was like, I just felt a cold breeze like on my legs, and she's like, I felt that too, that's why I turned around. And there's no way that I draft can. So we're on the stage, and then we go to the kids room, and we were sitting on there, and there was like activity in there, but nothing really happened. Like nothing, no one really felt anything. Like none of the books, the pages didn't turn. Also, what was annoying was the people smoking outside, like from the group, so they had the door up, so like the draft was also thought it was them, but it wasn't. Like we thought it was like moving on its own, but it wasn't. It was the wind. So that, I think after that, we went to find one of the other leaders that does table turn. What is table tipping? Table tipping, that's what it's called. You like rub your hands together to create energy, and you put it on a table. Then the ghost like used your energy to move the table. And there's no way that any of us could move the table. And there was no string, as one of my friends said. Like I was like, no, there was no way, because then we would have been tripping over the string. So we then do it. So we rub our hands together really fast, and we put our hands on the thing. The leader that was doing it, she accidentally kicked the table, and I was like, huh. She's like, oh, sorry, I accidentally kicked it, sorry. Or like she accidentally pushed it because she was like rubbing her nose and she wasn't thinking about it. So I was like, oh, it's not gonna move that fast. So then we rub it, so we have our hands on the thing, and it starts moving. And I'm like, there's no way that any of us could actually push the table that fast. It starts turning, it starts moving so fast. We're like, it's like this, like we were like running around, like having a table was moving from like, this is like the whole area, going like this, like around. And I was like, how is this possible? No one is pushing the table. And it was going backwards, and I was like, we aren't, and there's no way you could pull the table with like your 2 fingers. So I was like, this is so amazing. Lift up. I'm not even kidding you right now. It was lifting up where like me and Lauren had our fingers, and there was no way we were pushing it. Like it was lifting up. I was like, and then it like tipped over. And I'm like, I was amazed. And I'm gonna show you a video now, because I did it again, and Lauren filmed it. I'm gonna show you a clip now of how it looked like. I think after that we went back to the kids area, and what was weird, that I had 2 EMFs in my hand. And so the other couple went upstairs to the top floor, and our leader didn't feel comfortable doing that because she did feel confronted by one of the ghosts. So me, Lauren, and the leader stayed downstairs because I didn't want to go up the stairs where, you know, like a lady got possessed. And I was like using the EMF, and I was like, oh wow, like there was activity right in front of me. Right around me as well. I moved them up, and it like would go away, and you could like make out how tall they were when they were kids. And I had 2 in my hand, and one of them was taller than the other. I was like, that's so cool. And we have these things, I forgot what they're called, they're like sticks, and if they cross, like that means there's a spirit there. So Lauren had them, and she's holding them, and then they cross, and she takes them away and you ask them questions. And it was a kid, and it was really cool. But we didn't know what kind of questions to ask, because it was like it was either a yes or no answer, so it was kind of hard to, and I didn't really know what to ask a ghost, you know, so not hearing it, like not hearing their response, you can't have a full-on conversation. And I didn't want to say anything that would like make them not like me. We kind of sat back down where the kids were, and nothing really happened. Try to get the pages to move, try to get the balls to move. They wouldn't. I think the kid are tired. But then I was standing up because we were gonna go to the chambers, no, to the tower upstairs. When we went up there, I was standing up because I was like, okay, like let's go to the next place because nothing is happening. My legs felt like something was like holding on to it, like tight. This, but not with hands. It just felt really tight, and it was really weird. And then it moves onto my other leg, and I'm like, and for the rest of the night, it felt like that, but not that much, and it just felt really heavy. And before, my legs felt really tingly and like really weak. I went up the tower, and I was the last person to go up to the tower, like going up the tower. And I was so scared because I did not want a kid to push my hand. I did not want someone to touch me. Nothing really happened. This is a photo of Lauren using the EMF where the tower was, and a little video as well. Then after that, we went back down and we were going to go to the chambers, and this was the last place we went to. I went back downstairs, and then went up to the chambers, and like the EMF went up to red, and I hadn't gone like that for the whole night, and that means like something was like right next to it. I thought I heard the seats were leather, and I felt like I had like a tap on the chair. But then yeah, it was like 12:30 this time, and then my dad came and got us, and I kind of wanted to stay longer because we had to talk about what we all saw and like heard and stuff, but we didn't have time for that, so we left. But then I also wanted to get smudged because my legs just felt so heavy, and I didn't want anything to come home with me, so I asked one of the ladies to smudge me, which is pretty much they burn this, like, got what it is, like sage, I don't know, and they like put it all around you, and then you just have to like all of that, and gets rid of anything that is attached to you. That was pretty much my first paranormal experience, and I'm definitely going again, but hopefully some more of my friends come. If you're watching this, listen to all the stuff that happened. Like, you're gonna be so interested if you can't. By the way, I forgot to mention that Lauren does have a YouTube channel. It is LolRen. The link will be over here. And if not, if you're on a mobile, then the link will be down below to her channel. Just check it out. She's uploading funny videos, and they will be up soon. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below anything that you've had happen to you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Bye!